Hello, it is a dark episode for July the 14th, 2023, and I've embarked upon a series um, of, of doodles, which I guess I just got enthusiastic about. And I have to say, it's probably had a not great, not a, not a, people are super thrilled with the first one, which is fine because it's very much it's not particularly punchy of a doodle. It's very much uh, that's the beginning, eh? Okay. Um, but I will continue on. It definitely I wrote a whole back big story leading up to the doodle. Yeah, I guess we all have our weird little rabbit holes we run down. But I am basically doing this to enjoy to entertain myself. I think there's about 3 people, maybe maximum, who are really checking on me daily. And then and that's great. I'm amazed that I have an audience of 3 devoted kind of fans. So yeah. And I've done, oh my God, I've done quite a few doodles on this theme and have a fair number more planned. And, I remain open to every once in a while maybe dropping something just a little bit more one off or uh, jobby for somebody else. If some of my fans, collaborators, not so much fans, but collaborators want something, I can probably produce that for them as well because as far as I'm concerned, I'm just cranking out crap after crap after crap in hopes that maybe once I get to like doodle number 500, they'll start maybe accreting something. We'll see what, some facility. I am getting a certain amount of facility of just being able to crank them out, and how I'm doing it. Just the whole lay down the dialogue, try and edit that dialogue down as ruthlessly as possible to get it as punchy as possible before I lay it down, and then pencil in the figures and put in the details, and then ink it. I'm kind of keeping on going. I'm probably doing at the moment that's something that's very reminiscent of a R. Crumb comic, which is always a good thing in my point of view. Um, Reminiscent is the word, though. I am not uh, a, as I've said before, even at 1/10, 1/100th of a cartoonist that someone like R. Crumb is. He is somebody who has sat around and doodled, cartooned obsessively every day of his life for many hours each day. And yeah, I'm not there and will never be there. But I can just kind of be a dilettante and enjoy myself doing one doodle a day, and that's great. All right. Um, yeah, yeah. Other than that, I went to work. I came home from work. I watched a thing on the Marquis de Sade, or I'm watching a thing on the Marquis de Sade by Vivian Strange, which is an interesting view into de Sade, um, which is definitely a different viewpoint of human nature than what I think we're used to. Very much materialist, material atheist, um, and at least as this thing goes, someone who didn't think that good existed and evil was just basically a fact of nature. It's an interesting, challenging viewpoint. Um, yeah, yeah. Which, I mean, in some ways, is probably baby's juvenile step in philosophy, and I don't know how far down I can really go in philosophy myself. I think I'm fairly limited that way, and probably am a fairly emotional creature. But yeah, I mean, just the exploration of the darker side, the erotic, is something that definitely is something that I'm a project. I guess I am deep into. I've been deep into in my writing, and that's definitely continuing on with my doodling. And it's funny they said, yeah, Marquis de Sade, he was doing this stuff, but it wasn't to jerk off to. Whereas I would say a lot of my work is much more on the recreational side of things. But it's also born out of a certain amount of isolation of how my life goes. It's born out of an isolation, which is, instead of losing myself in others, I'm going. Sometimes I'm going deeper in myself. Sometimes I'm just jacking off. Yeah, yeah. So those are my rather explicit thoughts for today. I will leave it there.